what I really do. DC gang, welcome back to the channel, my boys, my gangsters. As always, I hope you guys having a great day out there, gang. Shit. Now with that being said, as I told you guys, this is the KASHTIRA Snake Eyes deck. Right after this video, just know that we're gonna get into that so punk deck immediately. I'm excited to build it. I think I'm gonna kind of use it to climb, so stay tuned for that. Now with that being said, again, please make sure that if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would genuinely appreciate it. Enough with the shenanigans. It's a 40 card deck list, and ironically, this deck shouldn't be allowed to be played in the game. This combination should not be allowed, bro. I almost made one of the most disgusting boards that you could ever make in this game, and I messed up the combo, but I'm gonna show it to you. It's the first replay that I'm gonna show you today. So with that being said, it's a 40 card deck list. It's the most consistent Snake Eyes deck that you're gonna play. They're not inconsistent, most of them are not, but most of the time I opened up Snake Eyes, and I was really upset because I wanted to open up Unicorn a lot of the time. But there's different ways that you could do the combo and stuff like that, you'll see. But either way, one Jet Synchro level 1 tuner, this is what you're gonna use to make your formula or your Borolo Savage Dragon. And you could kind of make Baron the floor depending on how many monsters you have in the field as well. Also, this thing is a level 1 fire monster as well, so you could use it to link climb. And also, this thing can count as 2 bodies. If you special summoned it or got it on the field by any means besides normal summoning, then you can get rid of a card in your hand and bring it back onto the field. So if you don't want to use it for synchro summoning, it's a double body on the field, which is crazy. Then we have Kurikara, which in my opinion is one of the most disgusting hand traps in the game right now, especially in this deck. The fact that you could search this thing out, like going second, you could normal summon Ash, and if you have your other follow-up, you search this thing out, and you could really just look at your opponent and tell them, go ahead, sir, activate something. I want you to. It's gangster, bro. It's insane. I actually did it to a KASHTIRA player where they had the Fenrir and the Unicorn on the field. I forced them to activate it, then special summon her and slap them in the face, and they knew I had her in the hand. So this is why we play this thing. It's also a level 1 fire monster. So then we have 3, as you guys know how this card works by now, 1 card combo. Most of the time you're gonna normal summon and search out Polar, and then you're gonna use it to special summon Oak. That's it. Then we have Oak, which again, I'm not gonna do too much talking about them. We have Oak, which is, you guys know how that works. Special summon it, activate its effect, bring back the Ash, get rid of itself and another card, special summon Flameberg, right? Then we have 1 Birch, which in my opinion is a must in any Snake Eye deck. You have to play this card, because sometimes it bricks you. Also, there's been times when I decided you don't really want to take the Max Heat challenge when you're playing Snake Eyes. So I ended up with this thing, and let's say like an Oak, Ash, or Polar, any one of them 3 on the field. You basically have follow. There was this one game where I had the Birch and Polar on the field, and they Raigekis me. I activated the Birch, sent both of them to the graveyard, special summoned the Flameberg, and then Flameberg got popped. I just special summoned them back on the field, activated the Polar's effect, search out the Sinful Spoil, and now I have 2 bodies to wall up and try and survive till next turn and follow up, which is crazy. Play this thing. Then we have 2 Snake Eyes. Poplar. I gotta stop calling her Polar. You know what, bro? If I call her Polar, you know what I mean. It's Polar, Poplar, Papalita, whatever you want to call it. Polar, Poplar. The Poplar, bro. So I play her at 2 because most of the time you're just gonna search out your Snake Eyes cards and stuff like that. So other than that, you're gonna use her effect to place a card in the back row. That's pretty much it. Then we have 3 Maxi for Maxi reasons. 3 Ash Blossom. We get a lot of utility out of Ash Blossom in this deck, because you could use her and then in level 7 to make Baron de la Fleur, or negate. And it's also a fire monster, which you could use to link climb if you don't have anything else, right? So a lot of utility out of Ash. We get all the blossoms from her. Then we rate 1 KASHTIRA Rice Heart. We don't need more than 1. If you want to bump it up to 2 because you want to play more KASHTIRA, then do so. But in my opinion, this thing is fine at 1. I wouldn't change anything about this deck list right now. It's consistent, it works well, it does the job. But yeah, we play it at 1. Then we have 1 KASHTIRA Fenrir, which most of the time you're going to activate its effect to search out the Rice Heart. But if you don't, if you already have it in the hand, you probably search out your Scarecrow to scare your opponent, or your Unicorn just in case of whatever shenanigans, right? Then we have 3 Unicorns, which is your 1 card combo starter for the deck of KASHTIRA. So a lot of the time you want to open up with this thing and any one of your Snake Eyes opener, which you play a bunch of them. Then we have one Scarecrow KASHTIRA, because again you gotta scare your opponent. But also this is plan B, because a lot of the time or sometimes maybe you need another level 7 body, and he comes in clutch when you need that. Also being able to negate monsters on the field by attacking into them is cracked. So really like this thing played in this deck. Then we have 2 Diablos, so the Black Witch. I like playing her at 2. Most of the time you're gonna do your combo with her. But the crazy thing about her is that also if you don't want to play Snake Eyes, if you got an idea of what your opponent is playing and you want to play more KASHTIRA, she's also a level 7 body that you can special summon on the field and use to make your Arise Art or your any one of these 2, which is crazy. So she's really good for the deck. Then we play 2 Flamebergs. Flameberg has actually, this deck has very good synergy and it contradicts itself. That's why you have to have really good knowledge on what they both do. Because sometimes what I found out that you could do is, for example, you know how you end up with the board, you end up with Flameberg, you activate its effect, special summon the IP. What you could do is, if you don't have anything else you want to pop, you could still pop this thing. You'll get banished if you have your Arise Art on the field, but you're fine with that because, again, they still have to get rid of the Arise Art. They have to imperm this thing, hit you with Raigeki or whatever it is. But the crazy part is that most of the time you put this in your back row to play around Nibiru. But if they don't have Nibiru, what you'll do is special summon the other copy onto the field off of the effect of your field spell if you did the combo that way, which is crazy. So you basically pop the one that's on the field, special summon the one from the back row, you still have plays. It's incredible. Then I'm playing one Harpy's Feather Duster because I pulled the prismatic version of it. That's the main reason. But the other reason is because it's actually really good in the current meta because everything puts stuff in the back row now. Specifically your own deck, so for the mirror match is good. Labyrinth does the same thing, force them to make their plays early, right? Even Branded has to make their plays early if you hit them with that thing, which Branded might not care all that much though, but that's why you play that one. Then I'm playing one Reinforcement of the Army because I have to reinforce my army to get my W's, bro. It's just that simple. Activate that thing's effect and you're gonna search out your Rise Heart. Now another thing is, it's a Ash bait. Some people like to Ash the thing, I don't know why, but it happens. But if you want to take this out, you could definitely take it out. Again, I wouldn't change anything because this deck is consistent for me. Then we're playing one for one because you have to shoot the 1D, bro. You get 30 seconds. Some people gonna get that, some people won't. But basically, you're gonna activate that thing's effect. You're gonna send a monster to the graveyard, special summon another level 1 monster. It's that simple. Then we're gonna play one Where Art Thou because we have to find our Jet Synchron. You gotta find where he is. But another thing another synergy that this thing has with this deck is Poplar. If you activate this thing's effect and you have a level 1 on the field, add her to the hand, you could special summon her, which is insane. Really good. So then we get one KASHTIRA Theosis again for your KASHTIRA combo. Don't activate this if you're gonna play Snake Eyes first because you're gonna lock yourself into Xyz monsters. Remember that. Then we play one Sinful Spoil Subversion. This thing is cracky sauciness. A lot of the time, just put something in the back row. If you want to bait out a Baron the floor, try to put it in the back row. They're going to have to negate this thing. This thing is nuts. Then we get one Sinful Spoils. The Spoils is you guys know how this goes. I only have one, so I only play it at 1, and I don't want to craft the other one because I've been doing fine with it at 1. But for consistency reason, honestly speaking, this thing is really good at 2. I wouldn't play it at 3 or anything like that, but 2 is really nice. Again, I only have 1. Then we're playing one Pressure Planet Racer, which is crazy. This thing, crazy. Because you activate this effect, search out Unicorn. If they don't ash it and if they ash it and you have the Unicorn, you're still Gucci. You're still fine. And if they do ash it and you have your Spoils, activate Spoils, get rid of that thing, start your combo that way, which is insane. Then we have our other field spell, which is the Divine Temple of the Snake Eyes, which is really good for the mirror match. Also, like I said, if you want to pop the copy that's on the field and special summon the one that's in the back row by the effect of this thing, then you could also do that, right? Then we're playing one KASHTIRA Birth. Birth is crazy in this deck because you're gonna activate Birth. I had somebody Gamma, one of my I think it was my Fenrir, and all I did was bring it back from the graveyard because I had this thing, and then I had 3 level 7s to make my Ariser, and they just scoop, right? Then we get one Crowside Designator, mainly because we're playing Maxi and Ash. We don't like Maxi. Ash we can kind of play through depending on what they ash. So that's why we play that thing. Then we're playing three wanted because you want that W at all costs. 1-card combo. So if you open up with Unicorn and this thing and they don't have anything to stop you, you're gonna have a great day. Then we have 1 KASHTIRA Big Bang because you gotta end your duels on Big Bangs, bro. It's that simple. That's all you need this for. If you have, if you didn't use it to activate its effect to get rid of a material from your Shangri, which most of the time is your favorite to special summon it back. If you want to keep it and then you end up with one of these and you only been playing KASHTIRA, then you can make your opponents basically banish cards up to the number of cards that you also have on the field. So it's really good. Now for our extra deck, I'm going to give you some suggestions that I just thought about, but we're going to run 1 Formula Synchro, which again you make with the Jet Synchron, 1 Borolo Savage Dragon, which you also make with the Jet Synchron, 1 Baron de la Flow, which you make with level 3 tuners and level 7 monsters, unless you make it with the Formula Flameberg way, which is also really nice. Then we play 1 KASHTIRA Shangri era, right? Then we play 1 Arise Heart. We play 1 Link Karibo, 1 Hita the Fire Charmer, 1 IP Mascarenita, and then we play Celine Queen of the Master Magicians. Now this is the suggestion that I'm gonna make. You could get rid of this thing. Yeah, you could get rid of her, but I mainly like her for backup reasons, in the sense that if I have the Albasaur in the graveyard and I wanna make access code talk and try in the game that way, she's really good for that. But I don't really go into her all that often because you could still make access code talker for different bodies on the field, so she's not necessarily all that great. So now if you want to put Elf in here instead of her, I think that would be a good idea, because that would have helped me out a lot in the first replay that you're gonna see with the crazy board that I made, right? So thinking about that, maybe get rid of her and add Elf. Then we have Provincian Princesita, Provincian Princess, of course. Then we have the Whale, we have Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, Access Code Talker, World Sea Dragon Sea Lantis, and Underworld Goddess of the Underworld. And that's pretty much it. That is the whole deck list. Again, if you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping, let's get into them replays. Alright familia, here we are for the first replay of the day. And like I said, I almost made one of the most disgusting boards to ever be made in this game, in this duel. So I'm going to also tell you the things that I messed up on though, so you know, just in case you want to play the deck. We're going to activate the Planet Race Up, searching around Unicorn. We're going to special summon the Unicorn, activate its effect, getting ourselves the Birth. Usually here you would search out the Theosis, but because we have the Birth, we're going to search out, because we have the Theosis, we're going to search out the Birth. So here we're going to activate the Wanted because we want that W, so we're going to search out the Albasaur, activate her effect, sending the Jet Synchron to the graveyard to special summon her, activate her effect to set down our spoils because we always come back for seconds. Get the Planet Race Up out of here, special summon the Ash, activate the Ash, get yourself the Poplar, special summon the Poplar. Activate the Poplar's effect, search out your Divine Temple, set that thing down, activate its effect, set a Flameberg in the back row, activate the Ash, get the Polar out of here, special summon the Oak, activate Oak, special summon the Ash, activate Poplar to set her in your back row. Right there, Ash come back, activate Oak, send Ed and the Poplar to the graveyard to special summon the Flameberg. Now with the Flameberg and the Ash, we're gonna link off into the IP Mascarenita. Now this is where I messed up. I don't know if you guys noticed this from watching my videos, but I tend to make my board on the right side of the field a lot of the time, or most of the time, because it's comfortable to me. But I should have put this thing on the left side, because now as you can see I don't have link zones available, so that kind of messed me up because I'm a burger. We're gonna special summon the Ash, special summon the Oak. Now here I was supposed to link one of these off into Link Karibo, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second, but we can't do that because we don't have link zones available. So I'm gonna activate the Wanted, banish it, recycle my spoils, and then we're gonna join to the Scarecrow KASHTIRA. Now with the Oak and the IP Mascarenita, I'm gonna go into Provincian Princesita. Bring her out here, the princess. Activate her effect, special summon the Flameberg. Activate the Flameberg's effect, set the IP in the back row. Now here I'm gonna use the Unicorn, which again I wouldn't have done this if I didn't goof. But I used the Unicorn and the Provincian Princess to link off into the Whale. Now I'm gonna link off the Ash into the Link Karibo. And this is also where I goofed again, but I was kind of improvising and he was letting me cook, right? So I'm gonna activate the Birth. I'm gonna activate Jet Synchro, send out the Wanted, special summon it, and with the Jet Synchro and the Diablo Star, I'm gonna make the Burrow Load Savage Dragon. Activate its effect, bring the Promethean Princess. Now again, none of this will be happening if I would have just linked this off and I would have had one negate with the Link Karibo at the beginning. If I would have linked off my level 1 into Link Karibo, that's what I would have used as material for this thing. But again, can't do anything about it. Now I'm gonna special summon the KASHTIRA Unicorn, and then I'm gonna use both of these to go into the Hita because I need space. That's mainly it. But what I should have done there was actually make the Hita first and then activate this thing's effect and attach Link Karibo so I could have the princess in the graveyard. So those are the two main mistakes that I made. But look at how we still end up on something. We're gonna activate Theosis, target the Unicorn, special summon Fenrir, activate Fenrir, get myself the Rice Heart. Then we're gonna use both of these to go into the Shangri era. Now we're gonna activate the Rice Heart, special summon it, activate its effect, banishing the Big Bang, banishing 3, activating the Shangri, activating the Big Bang. We're going to detach the Fenrir and special summon the Fenrir, and then we're gonna block a zone, and we're gonna use the Rice Heart to go into a Rice Heart. And that's my board, which is nuts. So we basically, if they activate a monster effect, we can banish a card. We have an Omni Negate. Every card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Then we get to banish a card. And then if they do negate this thing or pop cards in our field, then we get to pop off crazy. Because all of our other Snake Eyes cards are going to start activating, specifically the Flamebird. So because of that mistake, we were supposed to end up with the Whale here. Only the Ariser, because that's how I like doing it. This thing on the field with one negate, her in the graveyard. So that way I could have activated the Flamebird, special summon the IP, use the IP and this thing as material and whatever else we wanted to make the Appaloosa right after we activate its negates, right? Not before. But we could have done a bunch of different shenanigans. But look at this. They're going to activate the Port of Prosperity. I'm going to activate the Borolo Savage Dragon on that thing. Stop that right there. I don't want them joined too. So that thing gets banished. I'm going to activate the Ariser, activating the Shangri to lock another zone. We're going to suck up the Prosperity. They're going to go to the battle phase trying to bluff me. I'm like, go ahead, bro. They don't have it. They set down 2 backward and end their turn, right? Now, this is another crazy thing. Here, I'm going to use all 3 of these. Well, all 4 technically of these monsters. And I'm going to go into Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker still gets to activate. And then we fed this thing materials, right? So, Access Code Talker is going to take the Hita's attack. Well, level as attack. We're going to suck up a card. Now we have a banish a card on the field. And the crazy thing is that this thing, even though we're playing this, the Ariser, we have 2 Link monsters. So we could pop 2 cards on the field. And they can't activate cards in response to Access Code Talker. So they scoop. Yeah, the deck is insane, man. There's a lot of different things that I could have done better. But I just wanted to show you all the craziness that you could do in the deck. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright, gang, here we are for the next replay of the day. This was against a Snake Eyes play. Now, will you believe me? I had a 6-turn mirror match. Snake Eyes KASHTIRA versus Snake Eyes KASHTIRA. And I didn't save it. And the bracket reset yet last night or this morning. And all of my replays got deleted, bro. I'm so upset about that. Either way, they're going to normal summon the Ash. I'm going to Ash their Ash. And now we have Ashes. Let it burn then. It is what it is. So here they're going to get rid of the Nibiru to special summon the Diablo Star. Activate Diablo Star. Setting down a Sinful Spoils of Betrayal. Now they're going to activate the Sinful Spoils. Getting rid of the Diablo Star. I'm going to maxi that. But of course, they're still feeling joyous. It is spring on their side of the field. Negate that thing. Ash it. So I don't get to draw cards or anything, which I'm fine with. I didn't think I needed it. They're going to special summon the Poplar. Activate the Poplar's effect. Getting the Dramatic Snake. Then they're going to link off the Polar into a Link Karibo. Polar is going to go into the back row. You're gonna activate the Ash, send itself in the Poplar to the graveyard to special summon the Flamebird. Flamebird and Linkuriboh, they're gonna use them both to link off into the Barricade Board blocker. Activate the Flamebird, special summon the Poplar, special summon the Ash, get them out of here. So you could go into IP Masquerena. Cause that one's grown, bro. She got a motorcycle. So I don't know what to tell you. They're gonna use both of these monsters to go into the Promethean Princesita. Cause she's royalty, bro. What are you gonna do? Activate her effect, bring back the Flamebird. Flamebird is gonna activate, set down the IP in the back row. And then they're gonna use both of these monsters to link off into the Umbla Whale. Which I don't know if that was a good one-to-one, because now you basically can't bring the IP Masquerena on the field. They're going to activate the Dramatic Snake, setting the Diablo Star in the back row, activating its second effect to special summon the Diablo Star from the back row. So they, in my opinion, they decided to basically have the Papa Card on the field and the Omni Negate with the trap, then being able to bring IP back onto the field, right? But that's okay. So here we're gonna join to the reinforcement of the army. I'm gonna activate that thing's effect, getting myself the Rice Heart. I'm going to special summon the Unicorn. They're gonna hit me with a Promethean Princess, popping my Unicorn and the Whale. That sounds hilarious. We're gonna normal summon the Ash, activate its effect. They're gonna betray me by negating my Ash with the trap. Stop that right there. Luckily that thing doesn't pop, so I activate my Wanted, bring the Diablo Star to the hand. Activate her effect, sending the Rice Heart to the graveyard so I can special summon her. Activating her effect, setting down the spoils. We're going to activate the spoils, get the Ash out of here to special summon the Oak. Now we're going to activate the Oak, bring the Ash back out here. Activate the Wanted, banish it, recycle my spoils. And we're going to join to another Wanted. I'm going to activate the Ash, send it to the graveyard, special summon the Poplar, getting myself my field spell. Set down the field spell. Set down the Flamebird, activate the Oak, send it and the Flamebird to the graveyard to special summon Flamebird. So that way Flamebird activates, special summon Ash, special summon Oak, activate Flamebird, put this thing in the back row, and now we have lethal damage. I was gonna play KASHTIRA, brother, but you got rid of it. So what do you want me to do? So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright, gang, here we are for replay number what? I didn't start counting, so I'm actually lost. But either way, we're going second. Our opponent's gonna set down 3, end their turn. Take a guess what we're playing against, bro. You will never guess. Of course you could guess. Either way, we're gonna join to the Wanted. They're gonna hit us with a Maxi. I'm not feeling joyous, so I can't stop that. We're gonna set down a Divine Temple, setting down the Flamebird, activating a reinforcement of the army. I can't reinforce anything because they're gonna hit us with Ash Blossom. So now I'm gonna activate the Wanted because I want that W. But it don't matter what I want because it's gonna get crossed out and designated, bro. Sad times, link forward. Show the sword, negate the Wanted. The reinforcement get bodied. I end my turn. They're gonna activate the big welcome. I'm gonna throw the Maxi. I need something. I'm hoping to join to an. I need something, bro. They don't special summon a lot in their turn anyway, so they're gonna special summon that thing, bring it back to the hand. We're gonna join to the Rice Heart. We're going to normal summon the Ariana. I'm gonna activate the Temple to special summon the Flamebird. Bring it out here. Here they're gonna basically search out the Welcome Labyrinth. Set down the Labyrinth and set down their Welcome, right? They can't attack over the Flamebird, which is good for us. We're gonna join to the Unicorn here. We're gonna activate this thing's effect, place the Ariana in their back row. They're gonna activate the Welcome. They're gonna special summon the Lubberly Labyrinth, popping my Flamebird. So now I basically get to activate the Divine Temple of the Snake, so I'm gonna take their Ariana. They're gonna activate the Lubberly Labyrinth. And they're basically gonna pop a card in my hand, so they pop the Big Bang. Get that thing out of here. I'm gonna take the Ariana, activate the Wanted, getting myself the Diablo Star, getting rid of the Ariana so I can special summon the Diablo Star, activate her effect. Now here I could have done things differently. And you're gonna see why, right? So here I'm gonna search out the Sinful Spoilers. I could activate the Subversion, So I could basically put this thing in the back row and start playing KASHTIRA, but I decided to do it like this. I'm going to activate this thing's effect, place the lovely in the back row, forcing them to activate the big welcome, because I also didn't want them doing this to my KASHTIRA card. That's why I decided to play it like this. So now they're basically just going to add it back to the hand. I did that for nothing. I'm going to activate the wanted, banish it, recycling the subversion so I could join to an Ash Blossom. I'm going to normal summon the Ash Blossom and link that thing off into Baron, Delafluid. And he's just going to scoop. Because here what I was going to do was basically pop their back row. Their field spell can't do anything. All they have is a lovely. What are you supposed to do with that? So even if they start activating and then shenanigans during their turn, they can't play to Baron the floor right now. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright gang, here we are for replay number probably 4 or 5. I didn't count, so now I'm just lost. And this is against Evil Eye. So we're gonna go first, activating the reinforcement of the army, getting ourselves the Rice Heart, setting down our tempo. Then we're gonna set down the Flameberg in the back row, activating the Wanted so they could hit us with Max C. Now with this hand, personally, I don't wanna play under Max C because we don't have a great hand at all. So we're just gonna special summon the Scarecrow by banishing the Rice Heart, and then with the Wanted, I'm gonna add the Avatar to the hand, right? We're gonna normal summon the Birch and end our turn. That's all I had. So here they're gonna normal summon the Basilius, sending a Giorgino to the graveyard, activating its effect, sending another card to the graveyard so they can get the Evil Eye Unleash. Activating the Evil Eye Unleash, sending 2 cards to the graveyard so they can get the Evil Eye Celine, which is the main card of the deck. They're gonna activate the Catelopas, which basically is gonna trigger myself to special summon the Flamebirds. Then they're gonna use both of these monsters to XC summon into the DDD Stone King Darius. And then they're gonna use that thing as material to go into the Mechanics. And here, this was their plan. They're gonna try and slap over my Birch. That way they can make a Zeus. But I'm gonna activate the Birch effect, send itself in the Scarecrow Cashier to the graveyard, just so we could get ashed. But here I wasn't too worried because even if he wants to attack into me, he's not gonna be able to make Zeus anymore, right? So negate the Birch, slap me in the face, we both get popped. He has more cards than I do, so I'm assuming he thought that he would have a better chance than me. But here we join to Fenrir, special summon the Fenrir. I'm gonna get myself the Unicorn, activate the Diablo-Star, sending the Unicorn to the graveyard so I can special summon her. Activating the Diablo-Star, sending the Spoils. Activate the Spoils, get rid of our tempos, normal summoning that, well, special summoning the Ash, getting ourselves the Poplar, activating the Poplar, special summoning it, activating its effect, getting myself the Subversion, activating the Ash and itself and the Poplar to the graveyard so we could get hit with the Call by the Grave. It is what it is. Down the numbers, give it the finger, nos vemos mañana. So here I'm going to activate the Poplar, put the Flameberg in the back row, activate the Wanted, banish it so I could recycle the Spoils and join to the Theosis. Activate Theosis, special summon the Unicorn. Then we're going to activate the Unicorn, getting ourselves our Birth. Set the Birth down, activate the Birth's effect. Special summon the Scarecrow KASHTIRA, go into the battle phase, and we have lethal damage. The deck is a little nuts, bro. I know this is not one of the greatest decks in the game that we just played against, but the fact that we could play both engines like that and use it to just end the game when we shouldn't have plays is crazy. So with that being said, let's go into the next and probably last replay of the day. Alright, familia, here we are for the probably last replay of the day. I think this is the last one if I'm not mistaken. We're going first. Our hand is not that great. We're going to normal summon the Poplar, activate the effect, just so we can get hit with the Infinite Impermanence. It is what it is. Can't do much about it, right? So here we're going to normal summon the Birch, and then we're going to use the Polar to link off into the Linkoribo. We're going to activate the Polar's effect, set it in the back row, and that's all we wrote, right? Can't really do much. Our hand was not that great at all. We started with the Poplar. So here they're going to activate the Clockwork Knight, activating the Raigeki, and this is why I was telling you at the beginning of the video in the deck list portion. This is why I like Birch. You activate Birch, send the Poplar to the graveyard, special summon a Flamebird. So here they're gonna pop the Flameberg and a Link Kariba, which we're perfectly fine with. Get him out of here. We're gonna activate the Flameberg, special summon the Poplar, special summon the bird, activate the Poplar, getting ourselves the Subversion. They're gonna send 3 back on another turn. Now I got the Subversion here because I'm assuming they're playing Stun, and they're gonna play the little dinosaur card, I forget his name right now, or the Inspector Border. So I was planning on getting rid of them with this thing, but they didn't have it in the hand. We're gonna go join to the Aberstar. So we're gonna get rid of the Poplar, special summon the Aberstar onto the field. They're gonna Soul and Judgment that thing. Get it out of here. It is what it is. No vemo. So I'm gonna activate the Poplar, sending the Flameberg in the back row. Normal summoning the Rysart, just so it could get popped by the Dramatica Punishment. Activating Garura to draw a card. I'm going to Ash that thing. Nah, we don't need that. Negate it. So we're gonna end our turn. Here our opponent is gonna draw a card, set it down. I'm gonna activate the Birch, send itself and the Flameberg to the graveyard to special summon the Ash. Activating the Flameberg in the graveyard to special summon the Birch and the Poplar. Ash is gonna add a Poplar to the hand. Activating Poplar's effect so it could get infinite impermanence. But then I'm gonna activate Poplar's second effect to special summon it from the hand, right? Bring it out here. Negate it. Now we go to the battle phase. Now I don't know exactly why I didn't attack here. I was just, it's just a lot of people have been playing Mirror Force and all the shenanigans, so I was just like, you know what, let me wait until I know that I can end the game and stop their stupidity, right? So here's our turn. We're gonna join to another Wanted. We're gonna activate the Wanted, getting ourselves the Aberstar to the hand, and they're just gonna scoop. Because after that, they know that whatever that is not going to stop all the onslaught that we're going to bring onto the field. So with that being said, let's go into the deck list. Alright gang, here we are for the deck list portion of the video once again. Now I would like to apologize for not having really optimal replays. I really take pride in having really good replays that do a lot and show a lot and have really good duels. But unfortunately, those replays that I had for the deck got deleted because the season got renewed or restarted this morning or last night. And yeah, they delete the whole replays and bring you back down to like Diamond if you were in Masters or whatever it is. So I apologize about that. But with that being said, any comment, questions, and concern, at least we got to show off the deck. Let me know in the comment section below. This thing is nuts. So continue having a great day, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.